everybody? This is Patrick from Porter's Unboxings, as you know. I just ended with 2012 for the year, so I'm going to 2013 right now. So let's get started. You have Royal Rumble 2013 with The Rock ending the historic reign, 434 days of CM Punk. Oh no, we're almost to that again. You have Del Rio versus Big Show for the world title. You have Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars for the championship, for the tag team titles. Then you have the 30-man Royal Rumble. I wonder who won. Oh, God, I don't want to talk about that. CM Punk versus The Rock. And who braced the cover of this year's? Yay. And then we go to Elimination Chamber 2013, where CM Punk would get his rematch. And there is only one Elimination Chamber match on here, which is weird. You have Caitlyn versus Tamina Snuka for the title, Divas. You have the U.S. title, Cesaro versus The Miz. World title, Alberto Del Rio versus Big Show. John Cena, Ryback, Sheamus versus The Shield. The Rock versus Punk. There we go. Orton, Bryan, Jericho, Henry, Kane, and Swagger. Swagger comes out with the win. And that was unexpected because I was thinking Orton would win that match. Or Bryan. So that's Elimination Chamber. And then we get to... I did a rant video on this. WrestleMania 29. And you know what sucked? Here. Once in a lifetime. Right here, folks. Once in a lifetime. The Rock versus Cena. You throw that away. And we have this. Twice in a lifetime. I hate you. The only good match on this card was this match right here. Undertaker versus Punk. One match could save this pay-per-view. This match right here. But no, this pay-per-view could not be saved. Even if they want it to be. I mean, I did a rant video, for God's sakes. You have Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show versus The Shield. You have Ryback and Henry. Jericho and Fandango. Alberto Del Rio versus Swagger, who is right here. Then you have Taker versus Punk. That saved the whole pay-per-view. And then you have Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. It was an okay match. But you knew Triple H was going to win because it says right here, anytime he's in a retirement match, he's going to win. And then you have Rock versus Cena. And then as a special feature, you get Wade Barrett versus The Miz. And then, this pay-per-view sucks. Well, you have Mick Foley, which is awesome. But you have Donald J. Trump coming in at the Hall of Fame. And then we get to a surprising good pay-per-view. of Extreme Rules, a pay-per-view I went to. So I went to the Rumble, I went to Extreme Rules, and I went to Battleground 2015. This is a good DVD artwork. Awesome. And this was a good pay-per-view. You have the Shield win gold. Yeah, right there. You have Mark Henry and Sheamus in a strap match. You have Ryback and Cena in a last man standing match for the WWE title. The Shield versus Randy Orton versus Big Show in an Extreme Rules match. The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. I don't think I saw that. But yeah, again, great. Oh, and you have Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger in a I Quit match for the world title, since Ziggler got concussed 2 weeks before this pay-per-view aired. So then we go on to Payback. Why a new pay-per-view name? I don't get. But returning for 2 months is match listings. So that's always cool. You actually get to know what's on your DVD. You get Caitlyn versus AJ Lee for the Divas title. U.S. title, Dean Ambrose versus Kane. Triple threat match, which was actually entertaining. Wade Barrett, Miz, and Curtis Axel. Tag team title match. Oh, wait. To go back here. You have Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston for the U.S. title. And Team Hell No versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. CM Punk returning to his hometown of Chicago. And then I don't even want... Oh, God. A brutal match. Because Alberto Del Rio concussed Ziggler again. That match was hard to watch. But then you get Cena versus Ryback in the 3 Stages of Hell. Normal. No, it was Lumberjack, table match, and ambulance match. So, yeah. And then you get CM Punk and Paul Heyman discuss Payback, the history of the Shield, Team Hell No, and Randy Orton. And then we get on to Money in the Bank. You have Punk, Orton, Rob Van Dam makes a return, Sheamus, and Alberto Del Rio. Wait. I'm not restarting this. CM Punk, Randy Orton, Christian, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, and Rob Van Dam. I don't like this disc artwork at all. That's a rusty old briefcase. What in the world? But you have Randy Orton winning the All-Star Money in the Bank. Then Damian Sandow. But you have hold on. I don't even know. Caitlyn versus AJ Lee again. Curtis Axel versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title, world title match. Alberto Del Rio versus Ziggler. John Cena versus Mark Henry in what? Mark Henry fake retirement? I think that got us all. So, Good job. And then you know that match. Ambrose, Fandango, Cesaro, Swagger, Sandow, Cody Rhodes, and Wade Barrett for the SmackDown briefcase. So, all in all, a pretty good event here. The only bad ones are coming up soon. Then we get on to a very good SummerSlam. One of the best, actually. I love that disc artwork. I know, a spoiler cover, but it works. And then we get rid of match listings. Thanks a lot. No, I remember this pay-per-view because I just watched it about probably 5 weeks ago. Ambrose and Rob Van Dam in the kickoff show. Bray Wyatt versus Kane. This is when I think the Wyatts made a introduction about maybe a month, maybe a couple weeks after this pay-per-view. So probably in mid-July? Whatever. In a Ring of Fire match, or as people call it, Inferno, but decided not to say that. Christian versus Del Rio for the world title. Man, Del Rio's in 2 of these years. Good Lord. Cena versus Bryan for the world title, for the WWE title. A fantastic match. And the match that stole the show. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk in a no disqualification match. It blew the show out of the water. Then we get on to Night of Champions. Not a very good event, but it works. You get CM Punk versus Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel. You got Rob Van Dam versus Alberto Del Rio in a no disqualification match for the world title. And then you get Daniel Bryan's crowning moment of winning the WWE title versus Randy Orton, but only for a day. We were all happy, but then just disappointed on Raw. Damn it. And then the stupidest, well, not, yes, the stupidest pay-per-view of the year, Battleground 2013. You know when they come up with these pay-per-view names that they're going to be garbage. But again, love the disc artwork. The only disc artwork I don't like is this one. So far. I like color. Okay? Then you don't get a match listing, but you get special features. You get the Monday Night Raw episode with Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust versus a Shield. I don't know why. But again, you get Rob Van Dam versus Alberto Del Rio in a no-holds... Actually, this was just a normal match. This was a hardcore match. Or, no, I don't care. It's the same thing. So, Cody Rhodes and Goldust are fighting for their jobs in a, I guess, a tag team title match? No, that was on Raw. So, you get Dusty Rhodes coming back. Yeah, a hardcore match. That's it. Let's see. Versus a Shield for their jobs. You get CM Punk versus Ryback. Pointless match. And then you get the WWE title match interrupted by Big Show. Why? Pointless pay-per-view, but a very good match for the world title, and Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus the Shield. That saved the show. And then you get Hell in a Cell 2013. Again, I like color, so I like that disc artwork. You have CM Punk versus Ryback and Paul Heyman inside a Hell in a Cell match. Sorry. Something was in my throat. Shawn Michaels is a special guest referee in the Hell in a Cell. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. Del Rio versus a returning John Cena. For the world title. And then I guess this was in this was on my birthday. And then a day later, Sandow cashed in and did not win the title. So, yeah. A very good Hell in a Cell. And then the pointless pay-per-view of the year. I don't like to say that about this pay-per-view, but it was bad. It was very bad. I like that. Again, for some reason, Big Show got a WWE title opportunity. And then Cena versus Del Rio again. But, hey, a return of match listings for a month. You get Cody Rhodes, Usos, Goldust, and Rey Mysterio versus the Shield and the Real Americans. The match that stole the show, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan with Bray Wyatt. Rip to John Huber. Luke Harper. Then you get Ryback versus Mark Henry. Why would you do... Here. Going back to here. Why would you do it again when it sucked at WrestleMania 29? Why would you do it again? Big Show. What? I can't do that. I can't stop saying the wrong name. I'm sorry. Natalia, the Bellas, Funkadazzles, JoJo, and Eva Marie. I'm not even going to do that. Biggie Langston versus Curtis Axel for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, this was a very not good pay-per-view. I'm sorry to say that. But then we get into a very good TLC. I gotta tell you, this one is good. Very good disc artwork. You get the Authority on the cover with Vince. With Vince McMahon. So, You have the Wyatt family, all three of them versus Daniel Bryan. You have the Shield versus CM Punk in the 3-on-1 handicap. You okay? Then you have Randy Orton and John Cena to unify the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then you all know the crowning moment of WrestleMania 30. I just need one more to do that year. Oh, yeah. In 2008, pay-per-view review is coming soon. I'm gonna... Well, not very soon, but I'm gonna get Cyber Sunday. I'm gonna ask for it. Yeah, so... This is a very good pay-per-view. I think this was Wrestling Duty Central's first pickup, I'm going to say. I'm not sure. But, hey, you have to go out and get this if you want a good pay-per-view. Yeah. So that is 2013 pay-per-view review. And I'm out. Peace.